If you've ever seen a clip or a video of Sea of Thieves and thought, I wish there was a more action-packed space version where I could board other people's ships, overload their reactors or drop their shields, or even use a ship-grade shotgun to shoot out their pilot, boy do I have a game for you. Now I know this ain't Arc Raiders, but since I'm left coping until it comes out, a gamer's gotta do what a gamer's gotta do. WILDGATE and I have a funny relationship. The first time I tried it was in the previous test weekend. I played one round and immediately uninstalled it. Now I'll get into why later on, but this time around I saw a friend of mine playing it and thought, what the hey, might as well give it another go. Fast forward 8 hours and I find myself genuinely having fun. Now by the time this is uploaded, WILDGATE's beta test is already over, but I recommend you sign up on Steam using the link below just in case the next one lands between Arc Raider playtest or before release, cause you know, let's be real. So here's the basic setup of the game. You play as a part of a 4-person crew aboard a spacecraft tasked with either finding the artifact or ensuring you're the last crew remaining on the map. When the match starts, your ship has its starting characteristics and weaponry, but you're encouraged to explore and tackle POI challenges all over the map to gain valuable upgrades for both your ship and other tactical options. These areas can be as simple as mining ice for ship repairs and booster fuel, to full-on bases filled with AI threats, traps, and puzzles with rewards like better turrets, shields, mine layers, etc. At any point during the match, you are likely to run into one or more of the other 4 crews on the map doing the exact same thing. You either fight it out until you're eliminated, the last ship left standing, or one of you discovers the artifact and makes your way out the WILDGATE to win the match. Now once the match is over, you level up your account and make progress in one of the many Battle Pass style progress trees you can have active at any given time. You unlock new characters, weapons, ships, tools, and cosmetics that you can equip for a loadout and enter the next match with, and then you do it all over again. A lot of comparisons can and have been made to other games, but this game does a really good job of crafting something unique that requires some analyzing to nail down. And with that said, let's get to it. One of its biggest strengths is that WILDGATE is extremely easy to get into. There isn't inventory to manage or anything really to worry about before you just jump in and play the game. The tutorial does a good enough job at explaining the basic mechanics of the game to sort of prepare you for your first match, but like most things, experience is the best teacher. Now if you're the more analytical type, there's a firing range where you have access to all the items in the game and are able to test them out for yourself. The progression system is interesting. Instead of having a single Battle Pass type unlock system, they have several for you to choose from. You can freely choose and change which one you want at any given time between your matches. You just select the one you want to have active, and that's the one you get to have progress towards after a match. It's nice because you're not forced to grind through a lot of levels before getting something you actually want. You just look at each one and decide when you want to change it if you've gotten what you wanted already. Now, one of the coolest features this game has while you're in a match is the scouting probes. Now, when you're moving from place to place, you're given the option to remote pilot these probes that can scout out and map out the area around you with your scanners. Players with a mind fork can also use this feature in all kinds of useful ways, which prevents the boring downtime members of a crew can experience between travel time from point A to point B if they're not the pilot. Now, because it's such a unique game, I'm finding it difficult to nail down a lot of features that I find to be absolute positives for the game. So I'm going to just riff a little bit on the various design choices to do my best to present them as evenly as I can to let you decide how you want to view them. But before we get into that, if you've made it this far, you should consider hitting that subscribe and notification button. I appreciate your consideration, and now back to the video. People comparing WILDGATE to Sea of Thieves is a bit misplaced. If you boil down Sea of Thieves to just its hourglass PvP, well then maybe you have something there. But there's really no looting in WILDGATE, no missions or side quests to do, no random encounters or persistent world to explore. It's very simply a battle royale centered around your primary vehicle. Now, depending on how you look at it, this can be either a good thing or a bad thing. If you've played Sea of Thieves and thought there's way too much downtime between PvP, then WILDGATE should really excite you. However, if you played Sea of Thieves and prefer to play PvE only, then WILDGATE will likely not appeal to you. Your ship, which really requires multiple people to use effectively, is the key to winning. Now this means the game is centered around coordination. You can be one of the single best players in WILDGATE, but if the rest of your crew isn't coordinating with you, there's really only so much you can do. On the flip side, if you and 3 other players can synergize and communicate well, then there's very little a great individual enemy player can do to prevent you from winning. But that cuts both ways. In my very first time playing, I had 3 teammates who seemed completely uninterested in communicating, let alone cooperating. Since your ability to succeed centers around a ship that requires multiple people working together to be effective, not having basic communication leaves you feeling blindfolded and impotent. But if you even have one other player communicating, it changes the game completely. And once the whole crew is even halfway supportive, the game shoots to another level whether you win or lose. But the thing is, individually good players are easily found. On the flip side, having 4 team-oriented players, even of mediocre skill, is extremely overpowered in this game. And if you're into teamwork, that's a very good thing. The other players in your team don't even have to be the best, and oftentimes just being willing to use their mic is enough to shoot them a group invite for the next few rounds. However, even if you manage to get that part fairly consistently, the game has a few things you're going to run into that will drag it down if it's not addressed. I can't help but feel if WILDGATE was in fact built more like Sea of Thieves, with open world exploration, loot that was gatherable, and maybe even add more things to manage outside the match itself, I think it would have even greater potential. But as of right now, there's nothing outside the basic match gameplay loop, which has the potential to get repetitive really fast. Now I can easily see the game expanding its modes, maybe smaller ships that allow for duos and trios, or larger ones for bigger crews, or even clan battles that allow for multiple ship combat, or a very simple ranked gameplay mode. The easiest one out of all those I can see being implemented would be a ranked mode, but I can see that getting really sweaty and cheesy really fast as people start to meta every last part of the game out. Now, I have nothing against that, I can be fairly competitive myself, but as the game stands, one of the best things about it is how inconsistently chaotic it can get. And having a competitive setting in this game, I think might just speed up the process of this game feeling repetitive, as most non-competitive options to play become quote unplayable. All the other modes will likely take way more development time to be implemented. So as of right now, WILDGATE is a fun distraction, because ultimately it's shallow. I don't know if it's going to be free to play or a box product. If it's going to be free to play, then I can easily see this doing well because you can get your buddies to hop on it and it's an absolute blast once you're playing with your friends. But getting them all to pay money for it, that's a bigger hurdle to overcome, and I'm just not sure WILDGATE has enough to justify that right now. It can be an absolute blast to play, and I really hope it's given the time to develop into something deeper. I'm going to let the rest of the match play out as it gets pretty good. If you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below as it helps the algorithm. I'll be focusing on Arc Raiders content as the game releases, so check out all the links below for more info on that. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and good hunting.
A sound offensive device.
Hostile ships in range.
Alright, I'm putting this squad cannon in our rear. Alright, we got enemies behind us on the left now.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on those while they got the front.
Yeah, keep us boosted, keep us boosted. They got scattered.
They're trying to board, they're trying to...
Did we kill that? Did we kill that ship just now? Oh, never mind. That was an old ship.
Hostile ships in range.
I'm getting on the front gun, turning slightly to the left.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Enemy on the ship.
Shit.
I got the intruder.
I'm off helm, I'm off helm.
Alright, we need to dip down a little to the right. I'm getting back on helm.
I'm just gonna hit the guys behind us for a bit.
Alright, we got clean shots. We got clean shots in the front.
Enemy engine down. That should slow them down.
We should have 2 guns on the front right now.
One engine down.
On him.
Alright,
At the helm.
going back there right now.
Border. The goat.
Got him.
This is my shit.
Traps replaced. Alright, these guys raised up on us. I'm turning us over. How's the other ship looking?
This turret wants to shoot.
I don't know.
It's still looking full, man. Maybe we should hit that
full.
team. Turn around and hit them now.
Well, now they're about to get double teamed.
Yeah.
Hard right.
All right.
Enemy ship is
I think we stay on the.
Should we ram them?
Love.
They're right in front of us. We can hit with the ram right now.
multiple hostile ships in range.
It looks like the other guys are out of ice, honestly, because they're not healing at all. I'm lining us up for a laser ram.
Yeah, I do laser ram on the heavy one, on the full one. I'll try to open it up.
Houston, in a few seconds.
Got an ion.
Got a board coming in soon.
I'm boarding them.
Here comes the laser.
Board a hostile vessel.
Hostile ships in range.
Oh, I am cutting them up.
Take it down. Slow down.
Dude, oh my god, their health is nothing. That's done right there.
Alright. Back up, back up. It's gonna hurt
I just sliced them
bad.
from nose to stern, man.
Reactor destroyed.
I launched in the wrong direction and got myself killed.
Destruction wasn't all bad.
Alright, repairing.
Quick repair.
Oh, they got some good guns on them, too.
Want a turret?
I don't think that'd be good enough.
This turret wants to shoot.
We don't have a lot of room to maneuver because anything higher gets to the top of the
Taking a turbine. Let's have a look behind enemy lines.
top of the map. I'm gonna try to ram them.
An enemy this close.
Does that work well the first time?
Reactor
Yeah, do it.
overloaded. My turret's ready.
Check how much fuel you have for boosts. Oh, we have a lot. We have a lot.
Piloting. At the top.
All right, we'll see him. Oh, they destroyed the ram, I think.
Oxygen destabilized.
Yep, we rammed him. That's why.
We need oxygen. I'm down. Reach is rough.
Our ram just got destroyed, so I can't use it right now.
Heal it.
Repaired it.
Alright.
I'm repairing.
Oxygen leak
Reactor
repaired.
cooling.
You're welcome.
Oh, someone killed me. They're on top. They're inside on the helm.
Fire
They're gonna turn off our shield if they don't.
Sugar help! Someone's attacking me.
Hostiles on the ship.
We go again.
Got him. I'm getting back on the helm. Repair us, all right?
Piloting.
Yep, I'm preparing.
Turret at the ready.
coolant ready. Warning.
Reactor's getting hot. Let's
Oxygen
cool it down.
destabilized.
Ram him again.
I'm trying.
Iron enemy. Challenge failed. Oxygen leak repaired. You're welcome. An enemy? This close? Reactor overloaded.
Here we go.
I spy
Oh,
an
about to get
enemy.
sliced up.
My home depends on our success. This turret wants to
Coolant ready.
GG's,
Yeah,
boys.
Nice, boys.
Good work.